Yahoo. Hello. Are you living? I said, are you living? And imagine like a band behind me just jamming out like doom 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 doom, and the guitar is like wow, 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 wow. I said, are you living? Hi. I'm in a really good mood today. Yahoo. Hi. All right, I got another question for you. Are you winning? I said, are you winning? And the keyboard is like. Hmm. No, you're not winning. Oh man. Well, hey, listen here. You will be. It doesn't matter. You'll win eventually, right? I trust. I'm rooting for you. Anyway, what's been good in your world? Catch me up to speed really quick before I make this about me and I totally ignore what is going on in your life. Catch me up to speed before I forget. What have you been up to? Have you achieved anything recently? Have you seen anything recently? Done anything cool? Had anything tasty, etc.? First day of work, exciting. Best of luck. I wish I could do my little burp. I can't. I'm on my phone. I don't have my cool panel. Mm. Burnt your mouth on caramel while baking. Oh wow. Be careful. Be patient. Hot meat kettle though, because I'm always really quick. I just take a bite when it's still hot, and I often burn my mouth because of that. But it's not because I'm not patient. I think I'm actually a very patient person. I think my patience is one of my blessings. My what is the word? My virtues. Is that the word? I think my patience is one of my strengths. Semicolon, however, comma. When it comes to when it comes to uh, hot food coming out of the oven, Kaelix does not want to wait. He wants to have it immediately. Mm. Went to the hair salon, got a haircut, color. Ooh, exciting! I'm sure you look great. And if you don't think you look great, you just gotta give it a little time to grow out. I feel like that's how I used to feel whenever I used to get my hair cut by professionals. For the first week, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm so ugly. I'm the ugliest person alive. I can't let anybody see my hair." And then like a week later, right? Maybe two if it was really bad, suddenly I'm the most attractive man on earth. You know what I mean? It's like a shift once your hair has a little time to grow out. But I'm at the point now where I mostly maintain my own hair, so I don't really experience that anymore. I got more control. There have been times where I've made small mistakes in maintaining my hair, especially in the back. I think the back is the hardest part to maintain, but I kind of got it down to a routine. So yeah, I don't really have to worry about that anymore. Study for 6 hours? Oh my gosh. Otsukare sama desita. Otsukare sama desita. Otsukare sama desita. Good work. Get some rest. Holy moly. The nightmare of an uneven chop. No, you don't understand. I'm gonna get chopped at the bob off. I can't let anybody else handle this. I feel like that's the funniest thing anybody has said in the last 3 years. I'm gonna be chopped at the bob off. It was so goofy. I don't know. I think Zeal's strength in general can be his like really well timed lines, but that one in particular will stay with me for a while. Every time I think of it, it just makes me happy. I'm gonna get chopped at the bob off. Yeah, it's an iconic line. Like I imagine, we kind of had something like what I'm about to describe when we had our debut teaser. But I imagine us as video games in a fight, or what is it? Characters in a fighting video game. I imagine us as characters in a fighting video game, and you select us, and it's like, we've gone over this actually. I think it was on Sunny's birthday, like Smash Brothers Brawl on the Nintendo Wii. You select the character, and on the TV it's like Kaelix Debonair, and then on the Wiimote it's me going like, "Hey," you know what I mean? I feel like his iconic phrase. It's like Zeal Ginjoka. It's not care for a drink. It's I'm gonna get chopped at the bob off. Uh, so funny, so funny. Oh, hey, hello. Yeah, I feel like I just have one of those really obnoxious little sounds. I used to love those on the games that I played on the Wii slash a lot of the ones I played, I actually played on the Wii U, but it works exactly the same way because you use the same remote and everything. So I might as well just say it was on the Wii. Like on Twilight Princess, because you may know this is one of my favorites, if not my favorite single favorite Zelda game. It's hard. It's a hard call for me, and my answer is always changing. But in that one, whenever Midna had something to say to you, she would make little noises on your Wiimote speaker. She'd go like, "Hey!" I always thought that was the cutest thing in the world. Yeah, we need to play that at some point. Ah, I miss streaming. I miss streaming. Ah, and then I'm normal. I'm a really well-adjusted adult, and I can actually handle this. Um, But God, I miss playing games so bad. Oh yeah, I have to give you your periodic update on the situation as it develops. I forgot to hit you with that immediately as we started this call. I called my ISP again, and they originally were planning to send men here yesterday, but it didn't happen. So I shot them another call, and she was like, "Oh, we'll get them in as soon as we can." Which tells me that it's actually never going to happen, and I should just give up completely. Uh, no, I still have faith that we're gonna find a solution, but I'm not gonna lie. These delays are kind of getting to me. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying. I'm still investigating, and at the very least, we can have these little calls or like limited audio focus streams. I'm trying to think of more things to do, like maybe another jamming moment, or honestly, I've thought about doing another one of those VO focus things where I take requests because if I can handle audio with minimal buffering, then I should be able to do something like that. Yeah, we're still at maximum 2 megabytes per second for upload. Uh, it's honestly safer if I set it to 1 megabyte per second, which is enough for something audio focused, thankfully, but it's just not enough for a moving picture. So I still cannot play any video games, unfortunately. And even just turning my camera on would probably cause big problems. Have I considered swapping off my current one? I've thought about it, and I've also researched my other options again. The dilemma is that I live in like the really rural type of place where there's literally like three choices and they use the exact same cables. And like if one is better than the other, it's by a very marginal amount, very tiny margin. And it was the case when we started this plan, and I think it's still the case now that my current provider is the best one available to me, unfortunately. Yeah. So I've thought about switching it just to see, but it's just such a big investment and it would take so much time. I just really want, I don't know, it maybe it's the sunk cost fallacy, if you're familiar with that, sinking in for me, because that's one of my worst fallacies ever. If I invest any amount of effort or time into something, I cannot give up on it until it's done. Until there's literally no possible room at all for forward movement. And so because I've given so much time and money to fixing this one, I want to see it through to the very end. I want to carry it across the battlefield bleeding out in my arms until it's gone. That's one of my it's one of the, I don't know. I think it can be a strength sometimes, but in this case maybe it's an issue. It's one of my quirks. There you go. Neutral language. Neutral language. Yeah, it's my Kokiri Village debuff, unfortunately. But on the plus side, I get so many beautiful perks that come from living here. For example, I've spent a lot more time outside recently on account of not really being able to stream properly. I've spent more of my time walking than I have for the last year, and that's really nice. I had a nice day out on the town with my siblings to run some important errands that I've had to do. We had a nice lunch. I treated them to my favorite Chinese restaurant, and it was really, really good. And I ate, hold on, I'm trying to get the number exactly right. I think I ate, yeah, 1 billion pounds of crab salad and General Tso's chicken and coconut shrimp. It was really good. Um, and they had to roll me out of the restaurant and back into the car. It was really, really good. I had a beautiful day. It was nice and hot, nice and sunny the whole day. So I came home just feeling really nice. I got some good work done, and then I took a nice long nap that actually just became me sleeping through the night. Um, and then I found out that my family had a party and didn't want to wake me up, so I got to eat their leftovers after their party, which was nice. They had a bunch of junk food, lots of like chips and sweets and stuff, which I love. I love my junk. Delicious, delicious. I think it's important to have a little junk. It's good for you. Like it's not good for your body, but it's good for your mind, and that is a part of your body. So by extension, having a little junk is a nice little treat. I think is good for your body. That's my math. I don't know. I don't know if that tracks by any universal metric, but that's how I feel. I think it is very important to have indulgent little treats so that you can improve morale. Yeah. Did I drink any special drinks? Now, when you say special drink, do you mean alcoholic? No. I haven't had any alcohol since the first drinks I had in January, I think. Yeah, no, I don't. Well, I did have that one like slightly alcoholic smoothie that I mentioned on my road trip vacation in like I think it was May, end of April, beginning of May, right? But that wasn't really super like it wouldn't be enough to get anybody drunk, and I only had a third of it, or honestly like less than that at one point because yeah, the other guy was drinking a lot. Anyway, um, can't I drink? I can, but I just I don't have much experience with it. I drank for the very first time January of this year, and it was okay, I guess. I don't know. My thought, my theory is that it's one of those things where you kind of develop a taste for it by doing it over time. And because I've only had alcohol once, or I guess multiple times over one night, uh, I just don't have the taste for it. I think it tastes like poison. I think it tastes like poison personally. But I really liked the experience of drinking with others. That I really liked. So I would like to try that again sometime. Is rum alcohol? It is, right? Because I had a couple different things. I had my first drink was like a really sweet drink, but the base was rum. So the heart of the drink really just tasted like hand sanitizer to me. But there was like this really sweet egg foam on top with cinnamon and stuff. It was really really good. And I was gonna gatekeep that place forever, but I think they're just totally out of business now, which is really sad. I wanted to go back. Um, and then we went to one of my friends' places, and we had whiskey and something else, but I can't remember what it was. I think I described it to you this way before. I think it was a Korean drink, but it was not. What is the big one? Soju. It was not soju. I don't think. Yeah, I didn't have enough to get drunk either way, but it was an interesting experience. Yeah, more than the drinks themselves, I just liked the environment. I like the vibe of just like sipping on this very very strong flammable thing in a circle of other people. I just like you may notice this is like part of my core personality from time to time, but I just like to be included. I, just, I just like to be there for it. So if my friends are sitting around drinking poison, I just like spending time with you guys. I referenced this meme not too long ago in Petra's birthday thing. Or no, I keep saying birthday because it feels like a birthday, but it's her anniversary. It was her fifth anniversary recently. Um, in her Totsu, I mentioned this meme, but I feel like it's really who I am. There's this meme where someone's like 6'7", 6'7", and then someone replies 6'7", and then this other guy replies to the two of them and says like a totally unrelated number. I think he says like 24 or 68. And then he goes, "I love spending time with you guys." That's me. That is who I am at my core. If you ever wonder, like if you want to peel the mask off and see who is inside, like inner Kaelix, that's me. That is who I am at my core. I just love being included. I just want to be there. I, I think my greatest weakness of all is probably FOMO. There's no such thing as EOTMO in my life. It is not okay to miss out. I want to experience it with everybody else, whatever it is. And it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever it is, I'm down. I'm there. If you want to come on down, just come on down. I'm just happy to be there. I just hold on. I need to find out exactly what this guy said. I ended up sending that meme to Petra, I think. So I should be able to find it pretty easily. Yeah, it's 6'7", and then someone goes 6'1", 6'1", and then he goes 41. Smiles warmly. I love joking around with you guys. That's me. That is who I am. That's me at my core. Oh my gosh. Smiles warmly. I love joking around with you guys. And the freaking Morty from Rick and Morty profile picture. Oh. Beep exhale. Exhale emoji. If your friends go to a haunted house, will you go too? Yeah. I've shared this before, but did you know I actually worked in a haunted house one time? Yeah, I worked in a haunted house for I think it was 3 years when I was a kid, or like a teen, I guess. Yeah, when I was younger. It was pretty fun. It was not so fun the first year, but I enjoyed the second 2 years. Because the first year I was a scare actor, but specifically in part of one of those exhibit type horror scenes where the actors are playing out a scene in front of the guest. And I was a victim to a mad scientist. So I was just covered in fake blood and just screaming my head off the whole night. And it was not fun. I was exhausted. But the second 2 years, I really enjoyed it because I was fully clothed. It was not cold for me. Well, it was still cold, but I was dressed, so I wasn't freezing to death. And I got to be like an MC, which was much more my style. I don't know. I kind of like the context of being a host, and it's given me some practical experience that helps me with, I guess, the work I do now as bouncer. I don't really have to host as much, but it's still kind of part of my job to entertain. Um, yeah, I enjoyed the second 2 years a lot. Much more manageable. I liked being fully clothed and not needing to destroy my throat every night. Being the mastermind, I wasn't really a mastermind. I was more just like honestly, a host is the best way to describe it. I was just kind of this separated, removed thing that would entertain the guests who were waiting their turn because it was one person at a time through the haunt. And sometimes people would come in groups, which meant they had to sit and wait around. So my job was to get them to sign their waivers and then to just tell them scary stories and entertain them and kind of hype it up, but in a way that wasn't too scary. Because some people would come but wouldn't want to go through because they're too scared. So I had to keep it at a certain threshold of like spooky but not scary, which was really fun. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I would tell stories. I made up a bunch. I learned a couple of previously existing stories, and I memorized them in a way that this was perfect for me at the time because when I was in high school, I was really into forensic speech and debate. Specifically, I really loved humorous interpretation. So it was very adjacent to skills that I was already training through that. I would just memorize these stories and I would perform them in front of whoever the guests were. And it was really fun. And I tried to connect certain ones that I had made up to the props or the characters or the scenes inside the haunt. So it was kind of like foreshadowing in a couple of cases. Scary story stream. I've thought about that. I just don't know. I don't know what the approach is that people normally take for getting a story to read. I have to look into that and like what kind of stories are okay to read. Yeah, I've been interested in that for a while, like doing any kind of reading stream, scary or otherwise. I'm kind of interested in cracking open a book as well. Maybe we could do that now since I can't do anything else. My only options are audio. This could be the time to crack open a book, perhaps. Any amount of haunted house is too much for Elmo. I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of in that. I think everybody has like a different threshold that they can handle with scary stuff. And, on a fundamental level, it does not really make sense that people enjoy being scared. I don't know why I like scary things, but I don't know. It's not for everybody, and that's totally cool. And I think haunted houses are a different kind of scary because you're in it. In basic theory, I probably should not be able to do a haunted house because I can't do scary games. Scary games scare me because I'm in it. It's not this separate, removed third secret person. It's Kaelix going through it in a game, right? It should be the same in a haunted house, but I guess because I worked in one, they just don't really scare me anymore. Because I don't know. I guess being in it kind of breaks the illusion and makes it harder to suspend your disbelief. So I'm kind of I don't know, unless maybe it's one of those really fringe scary ones where you got to sign a waiver specifically because they're going to do stuff to you, which I don't personally like anyway. I don't know if I could handle that, but if it's like a standard haunted house like the one that I worked in where it's just scary stuff to look at, or at most they're just going to like touch your arm or something, I can handle that. Yeah. As long as no one's chasing you. Okay, that could be different. If I get chased, maybe that might get to me. That I don't know. Even if I know this is just an actor and I'm able to like kind of relate to it in a sense, I think chasing may be what activates it for me still. We are on a roll, by the way. I genuinely feel like over 3/4 of our phone calls over the last month have shifted into talking about either scary movies or scary things in general. We just love spooky stuff for some reason recently. I almost mixed lately and recently and got recently, which could be a fun new word. Do you want to try it? Yeah, recently no, I actually really hate that, and I don't think we should say it ever again. Yeah, I'm not actually a fan of that. It sounds kind of gross. Recently. Yeah, I take that one back. Let's leave that one behind us. Yeah, is there anything let's see. I feel like a lot of stuff is going on recently. Even between our like this call and our last one, a bunch of stuff has happened. What have we not talked about? What do we have to catch up on? There's so much stuff going on all the time. Uh Thinking emoji. Oh yes, SP Collect if you're interested in makeup. It's been fully announced now. You're able to go check it out. I have it with me right here. They sent me the palette. I don't know if I'll personally use it in my day-to-day because I'm not really a makeup wearer aside from maybe a little brown eyeshadow from time to time, which, hey, I do actually have some of that here, but I'm thinking I may give it to my mom or my sisters. My mom in particular really prefers wearing brown eyeshadow, so it could be a good fit for her. She was really excited about it though when I showed it to her. She's like, "Wait, you got makeup?" Yeah, really, really exciting. I don't know, I felt proud of the collab in general, and I was very happy with the way that it was designed and everything. But I felt a very different kind of pride when I told my mom about it and when I showed it to her. Yeah, it's like a really cool, nifty magnetic case. Very pretty, very elegant. It's got my little symbol stamped onto the gold swatch, which I don't know. Like I said, I don't really wear makeup myself, but I recognize that yellow is not a very common color for most people with makeup. But my understanding is that with this palette, it can be very effective in blending the browns and the creams together. So I hope that it can still be a useful palette if it's something you're interested in. No pressure. Of course, this is not the time for me to promote like crazy. There will actually be a PR stream very soon. Yeah, I don't know how many, like what kind of details they gave you, but I think they told you that there would be one and that it would be on a certain date, right? Yes. More information on that soon. I need you to call on any higher power or system that you feel will help to manifest into reality that I experience no issues in participating in this stream. Uh, Thankfully, the company has a strategy in mind for making it work out, so it should be okay. But we'll find out together. I'm really excited, though. I'm really, really excited. It'll be. Let me double check my calendar. Saturday, the 25th. Yes, Saturday the 25th. I think like evening JST, morning EDT, EST. We're in standard time still, right? I always have to keep up with that. I hate converting time zones. I hate it. I hate it. And then I'm over it because I'm a well-adjusted adult. But yeah, should go okay, hopefully. And there are a couple of backup plans in the case that I struggle. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to fix my internet before then. So hopefully there will be no issues at all. But yeah, if you're interested, there will be a PR stream where we talk about it a little bit. Could be some fun activities planned as part of it. Who knows? You're just gonna have to come and find out. I don't know. I'm just excited. I've wanted to do stuff with By the Beat for a while, but I'm not able to stream anything. So we haven't had any collabs. And even aside from that, everybody's just so busy. It's like a really busy time for everybody. I wonder if I could make it work. By the Beat audio only collab. By the Beat radio, but it's like actual radio, no visuals, just radio, just audio. What do you think? Yeah, our last collab was 3 freaking months ago. What do you mean? That's wrong. There's a problem with this. Will it be on the NIJISANJI By the Beat or SP channel? Location to be announced. Location to be announced. I don't know if they've said it already, but it's probably not my place to tell you where it'll be, unfortunately. So just got to play that safe. Yeah, to be announced. Keep your eyes peeled for more information. As soon as it is publicly known, I will make a point to share it. Yeah. Did anything else happen recently? We were there calling together when they released the first teasers of Boku ni Melody, or just Melody is the name of the English version. Yeah, By the Beat has a new original song coming out very soon. Just at the end of the month. It's a week and a little change away from now. Just got to wait 1 week and a couple days, and then it's over. Yeah, as I mentioned before, I'm really, really excited about that. You may see that on the group channel, the By the Beat group channel, we have these little videos going up of the little heartbeat individual mascots in different environments. They actually released those little animated things as like a free asset. If you check the original shorts, you're free to download and use them in your own videos if you'd like. Or if you want to like make it like a little sticker or anything like that on a video, that's totally cool. Or like an animated GIF if you want your little monkey dancing. Yeah, I was very thankful. It was able to be released as a free asset for everybody. Yeah. I thought it was really cute. It's days like these that I'm very thankful that the Debonair mascot has 4 limbs that can move and do whatever they gotta do. Because that means they can dance. Yeah, no sign in sight. I don't know. I just love that dance so much. It's so cute. It's so cute. It has been mentioned that there is actually some choreography planned for this song as well. So I wonder if there'll be any similarity or if maybe it'll be totally different. Something to think about. Yeah, I'm very excited for this release. I love this song very, very much. I'm very honored to have worked with such a prolific and cool music producer, and to work with such a cool lyricist as well. So yeah, I'm just over the moon, excited about this song. Very excited for you to hear the rest of it. I think the crop. I may be misremembering. I think the crop for the teaser doesn't actually have any of my solo lines in it, which means that all my lines get to be a surprise, which is even more exciting. So I hope you like the way that I delivered my recordings. I'm doing my little scheming raccoon fingers right now. I hope you like the way I recorded the song. Suddenly I'm like Dr. Evil. Like I'm doing the thing where he brings the pinky to his lips. It's like $1 million. Um, yeah, I hope you enjoy. And the whole song, honestly, as just as a whole, is really good. I really love the verse. I love the pre-chorus. The whole thing is just really good. It's just good. It's everything I want. I'm just over the moon. Yeah. You like the metal metal fire? Ah, yes, from the chorus. Can you hear me in there? I really love that chorus melody. That's so good. It's so catchy. Bakuni mero 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 re Konya neo de rendezvous. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, just a week away. Can you believe it? Christmas. Christmas is in a week. Woohoo! I am so excited about this information. Christmas. What else has happened? There are some new Kohai debuting very soon. Their relay is what, in like 24 hours, I think? Do I have the time right? I can be really bad at remembering when one of these things is gonna happen. So I always end up missing it and watching it after the fact. I want to be there live for more of these things, just to catch it in real time. Yeah, new Kohai debuting in the main branch. Very, very cute. Seems like they are magical girls, question mark. Popun Parlor. Yeah, very, very interesting. I'm very curious to see how they sound and like what their personalities are like. Though even with just their introductory tweets, you kind of get a feel for who they are. Mm. Yeah, same birthday. One of them, what was her name? Pomero Panchi. Pomero Panchi-san. Is that what it was? She has my birthday. We have the same birthday. She was also born on November 5th. So that's pretty exciting. I've got a birthday twin. Yeah, so that means we can celebrate on the same day. Very exciting. Yeah, and she wears yellow with purple colored belts. That's my it's like my oomph basically. She's just like me. Yeah, really really cool. I really love their outfits and I'm really excited to see what their vibe is like and how they interact with each other. Mm. Yeah, super exciting. I don't know. I love new debuts. It's always really fun to watch. I'm very thankful that we've had so many to get into over the last year. Mm. I will be wishing the girls from Popun Parlor lots of fun and luck and excitement in their journey here. Would I want to be a magical girl or boy? Uh, you know, I kind of would want to be a magical boy. I think I like the vibe. I like the whole like. For me, I specifically really love when they have a by day by night kind of concept. You know what I mean? Where it's like by day by the beat, by day he's just a normal bouncer, but by night he's a magical bouncer. But he puts on his super special sunglasses and then he transforms and he saves the world. Or maybe it would be the other way around because I'm already the bouncer by night. So it's like by night I'm the bouncer and by day I'm the beaming bouncer or something like that. And I've got my BB gun, beaming bouncer gun, and I blast all the baddies into the depths to save the world. Yeah, just a normal guy with a normal life until it's not. Henshin. Oh my gosh, this reminds me. I'm gonna I'm gonna reference something, and I'm legitimately curious to know how viral this actually was, and if you recognize this, because this was a video that was sent to me by a friend. So I don't actually have any idea how popular this video was at all. But when I was younger, a friend sent me this video that I was obsessed with, where it was this pair, not pair, it was a full group of women basically role playing Sailor Moon. They're Hispanic. I don't know what country they're from. I don't recognize their exact dialect in my memory, but they spoke Spanish in the videos. And she would go like transformación, and like they would have the BGM playing Sailor Moon, and she like recreated the transformation costume sequence. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like she would lift her arm up to her head, and then it would do a Windows Movie Maker cut, and she would move her hand away, and there would be a headband behind it, and like she would like spin her little leg, and then it would do a fade into the next shot, and then she would have a new boot on that leg, and then she'd do the other leg. Like she recreated the transformation sequence. I was obsessed with this video. They worked so hard to recreate the transformations. Do you know what I'm talking about? How popular was this video? Because again, I've never actually seen this video uploaded online. It was sent to me as an MP4 years ago. It's actually really nostalgic now, now that I think about it, because I was hooked on that in like high school. Transformación. Sailor Moon. Ah, Sailor Moon. And I think they did the whole group too. So we got like the Sailor Venus. Na 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 na. Sailor Venus. Boop, 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 boop. And they just like recreated the transformation sequences. Was it Vine? I think this video was too long to be a Vine. Because if I remember correctly, Vines were 6 seconds, right? Or was it 7? I know they had a time limit because all of the Vine compilations that I've seen, the videos are all really, really short. This was like a full minute long, I think. Maybe more. And it was also in landscape. It was not like a social media video. It was not 9:16. It was 16:9. 6 or 7 seconds. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. No agenda here, right? Can you answer this way? What's my favorite Sailor? Uh, See, I never actually got into Sailor Moon, unfortunately. I feel like I would really like it if I did watch it. But I have heard a number of their songs. I really liked because I listened to a compilation of their transformation songs at one point, and I really liked, I think it was Seira Mas, Seira Mas. It was so good. It's just so fun. I just love the song. It's so yummy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sailor Venus has a really pretty song too. That Sailor Venus. No. I just like music. I'm trying to think of oh no, I know which one I liked the most. It was Sailor Jupiter. Ah, that was so juicy. That one had some spice in it. It was so yummy. Sailor Jupiter. Ooh. It was so yummy. So yummy, yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Oh, I just remembered that one. I liked the rhythm in that one. I like their transformation music a lot. That's basically all I know about Sailor Moon. I know that they're okay. I think her name is Usangi, and she is a little rabbit girl, and by day she's just a normal rabbit, but by night she turns into the moon, and she's got a bunch of girlfriends that are also normal animals by day, but by night they become planets. And there's also this one guy who is going to Medusa's masquerade, and he shows up every now and then to Aura Farm. That's all I know about Sailor Moon. I've never seen it. It's a bit before my time, but I've always wanted to get into it because I like older anime a lot. Like any older animated film or show I've ever seen, I really loved it. And I like magical girls. I think they're fun. Yeah. When it comes to magical girl media, what I got really into, I got into two. I got really into, my more mainstream fave was Madoka Magica. I've watched. I think there's more to the series that I've seen now. They've released more things, and I never caught up. I saw the original anime series, and I saw the Rebellion movie, which I really, 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 really loved. I made that Rebellion movie my personality for a while. I was obsessed with it. I don't know. I was drawn to it in the first place because I really love Kajiura Yuki. I love her music, and she did a lot of composition for Madoka Magica. And then the other one that I got really into was it was similar to Madoka Magica. It's like magical girl concept with a twist is the idea behind it. It was the I can't remember the Japanese name in full, but the magical girl raising project. I really like that one. Recommend if you were into like a slightly more gruesome twist on a cute idea. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I loved in that one. I just got really into the character design and concepts. Well, Pergus soon. Oh my gosh, yeah. There've been like teasers going out every now and then for Pergus. I need to see it so bad. I need to see it so bad. That one's good. Do you know it? Do you know the Magical Girl Raising Project? That's one where when I've brought it up in the past, people did not always recognize it. It's like a niche fave, but I think more people should watch it, especially if you like the twist vibe in Madoka Magica, where it plays on what is originally a very cute and pure idea, and it adds like very worldly tension and darkness to it. I really love that personally. So it scratches a very similar itch. So it's one of those things where it's like if you like this, you might also like this. Highly recommend if you're interested or curious. Um, the plot can be a little nebulous at times, but I think I don't know, it has a very distinct charm that carries it through. And like I said, I just really liked all the character concepts. It's one of those stories where it has a billion different characters that are all distinct and cool in their own little way. And even if a character was on screen for 5 seconds, I was really interested in them and like the mechanics of how their powers worked and who they were. What is it called? It is called the Magical Girl Raising Project, was the English translation. Hold on. What was the Japanese name? Sailor Jupiter. 魔法少女育成計画. Yeah, I got really into that one at one point. I really liked the characters from that. You thought I said racing? Oh, like cars. Yeah, they just they drive race cars, and the one who wins the race is the winner. Yeah, I was obsessed with one in particular. I really liked. What was she called? Cranberry, musician of the forest. Cranberry. I was obsessed with her. I thought she was so bad, and she was so fine, and she was so cool, and she was so complicated, and I was just hooked. I was obsessed. Anytime she came to haunt the narrative for a second, I was sat. I was at the edge of my seat. I was like, okay, here she comes. Here comes peak. Yeah. Just in general, the magical girls in that anime had really interesting powers and writing, and I recommend it. Very very fun view. I think it's been a really 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 long time since I've seen it though, so I don't. You gotta understand that I'm recommending this on the basis of my biased memory of really enjoying it when I was young. Yeah, I really really enjoyed this when I was young. I had a phase when I was young of just watching a bunch of really edgy anime. I got into that one, I think, around the same time I got really into another, which is like another one of those like more gruesome anime. Yeah. It is kind of grotesque. Yeah, it's a bit grotesque. So I do not recommend it if you have a weak stomach. But if you do like dark and tense and serious stories, I do recommend it. Did I get into Assassination Classroom? Oh, I want to so bad. I watched a significant portion of the first season, and then I think I had to move homes and got disrupted in the middle, and I never got back to watching it again. So I haven't seen all of it. I haven't seen the ending, and I just know the ending is going to be really good, whatever it is. I don't even have to know a spoiler about it to know that it's good. I've been meaning to finish it for the longest time. Yeah, I really, really loved what I did watch of it. Mm. That's almost like the reverse of what I'm talking about right now, right? Because with what I'm talking about right now, it's a cute concept that is portrayed in a very, very dark and serious way. But in this case, with Assassination Classroom, it's more of like a really dark and serious concept that is portrayed in a very cute and pure and bright way, which is also really good and juicy. I just love that gap. I love that conflict of interest. I love stories that are like this. I got to get back to it. I really loved was it the ending theme that went like this? Hello, shooting star again. Materu yo. Da, 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 da. I don't remember all of it. Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I was waiting for. Yeah, I really like that one. I want to listen to that again. And I thought the visual for that one was really cute too, with like the chalkboard. Super cute. Have I ever been into Higurashi? No. I've never watched a single episode of Higurashi or what's the adjacent one? Umineko. I've not seen either of those, but a friend in my life is deadly obsessed with these stories and has made it their entire personality. And so I know a number of small things about Higurashi and Umineko, but I don't actually know everything. I've just been I've been in a number of exchanges with a number of my friends where it's kind of like an equal transaction where I'll just talk at length about the thing that I really like that they don't know or care about. And then I sit and listen when they do it in return. And that's one of those. But yeah, I've never seen it. I could probably like it though, maybe. I've heard a number of the songs from that one, Higurashi and Umineko. I don't know how connected those two stories actually are, but in my mind, they're like pair. They're a pair. Are they actually connected, or is it just that the people I know like both of them? Because I did not know them. Uh, yeah, I've gotten a lot of information on certain fandoms through osmosis. Oh yeah, it was the same writer as Silent Hill F, and I really loved the writing in Silent Hill F, so I could really enjoy it. They are connected. I see, so it's not weird for me to discuss them as a pair. I really like the one song from. I think this is from Umineko, but I don't know the context or like what actual installment in the franchise it is. But that one song that goes like "Kami-sama ni mimamorareta, watashi to anata wa daijabou dakara to unuborechatte fuka fuka to." Do you know that one? Naratana, really, 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 really good song. Love, 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 love that song. I think that's from Umineko, right? I've listened to like 10 billion covers of that song. So juicy, so yummy. I don't know. I like a good song with a nice counter melody. What's my favorite Love Live song? Okay, that can be our palate cleanse. We got to get away from this. We got to break the trend that we have going of just talking about horror media and grotesque stuff every single phone call. I've got a nasty streak going. My favorite Love Live song is a very difficult call though, because I like a number of songs a lot. I really love Guilty Kiss, and I really love BB, and I really love Lily White as groups, like subunits. And within the subunits, they have their own defined sound that I really like individually. I think Guilty Kiss is my favorite by far. So my favorite song is probably one of theirs. I really love. I feel like it's kind of an underrated one among their songs, but I really, really love Shadowgate to Love. Specifically because I really like that interval of the Sayonara no da. I really love that interval. Every time one of those pre-choruses hit as a transition into the chorus, I'm waiting for it. I'm bracing for it. Do 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 do. Ah, yeah. Like that's how I feel. I'm like fist bumping. I'm like that. I'm like that image of them reacting to the Twilight Princess reveal, where they're on the couch and then she goes "Sayonara no," bam, bam, bam. And then I'm on the edge of my couch and I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, that's me. Shadowgate to Love is a good one. What else do I like? New Romantic Sailors. Sailors. That's a cute one. I like. Oh, what was the one? I'm blanking on what it's called. Was it Love Pulsar? It's got like in the intro they're laughing and it's got like a synth like. You know what I'm talking about? Is that Love Pulsar? I like that one a lot. Outside of sorry, I talked about Guilty Kiss a bunch. Outside of Guilty Kiss, I really love. What is that? That one's really cute. I like. I've always been at odds with this. I love the verse and pre-chorus for Hatena Hatobit. But I don't like the chorus with the verse and pre-chorus. You know what I mean? I like the chorus on its own, but it's not what I want after the verse and pre-chorus. So I'll listen to that song up to the end of the pre-chorus, and then I skip to the second verse. Soldier Game, that's a really good one. I love Soldier Game. Really, really love that. I want to sing that with somebody at some point. What else is there? I like. I love Psychic Fire. Hooah, 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 hooah. Hoo hoo. Beep, 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 beep. I really love Believe Again. That's a good one. Back to Guilty Kiss. Strawberry Trapper is a classic, and I can't forget her. I cannot forget that one. I'm not listing a favorite at all. I'm just listing like, what are we at? Like 9 songs? I'm so sorry. I don't know how to do that. I do not know how to pick a single favorite for anything. It's a problem. Oh, there was one Lily White song that I really, really, really loved though. How did it go? I don't even remember how this song sounded. I just remember listening to it so much. It's not the one I'm thinking of, but I loved Anone Gambare. So good. Hold on. I need to like look at this discography. I can't remember it. Was it Binetskara Mystery? Is that what it was? I'm flashing back. This is so nostalgic. It was not Binetskara Mystery, but I really like that one. What is the one I'm thinking of? None of this is right. This isn't what I'm looking for. What song am I thinking of? Was this even Lily White? Am I imagining it? How did I get into Love Live? I had a friend that really liked it. Actually, particularly this friend was really into cosplaying it. So I had no choice but to learn about it. And I discovered, I'm hesitant to name the character. I discovered Ellie, and I thought she was the most gorgeous creature in the world. And so I wanted to learn more about her. So I watched the anime, and then I got the game. And I also kind of got really into Bean as that progressed. So I liked the two of them a lot. And I just really like the songs. I just think their songs are so fun. Is it this one? It's not this one. What song am I thinking of? Is it this one? No. No. It's not right either. It's not that one either. I almost want to figure out what the song is just by principle of wanting to know it. Now that I've looked at all for it. Is it this one? Maybe this wasn't a Lily White song. Okay, maybe you can help me. I'm thinking of the song that goes. I just remember the intro. Dum 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 dum. Na 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 da 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 da. What is that song? Da na da na da na da na da da na na na. でしょう。夕焼けななななな。No, they so. What is that? I can't remember. But that was my favorite Love Live song at one point. Na tashi no tamare na 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 I can't sing any more of it. I've already pushed the limit there. It's so good. I can't remember what it is. Is it onaji hoshi ga mitai? Let's find out. No, it's not that one. Wait. Yes, that's the one. Aki no anata no sora toku. I was obsessed with that song. Oh, but I think I have an actual answer now that I've thought about it and that I've run through all these songs. I think I know what my actual favorite is, and it's the one that makes me cry. There's one particular Love Live song that makes me cry to this day, and I don't think it's because of nostalgia, but I do have nostalgia because I was very young when I got into Love Live, and it's just very like memorable for me. But aside from that, the song itself just makes me feel emo for some reason, and it is "Kitto seishun ga kikoeru." きっと青春が聞こえるその瞬間に聞こえる I think that's my favorite. That song makes me tear up if I'm listening to it in the right mindset. It makes me so emo. It makes me maximum Evo. Yeah, I like it a lot. That's the one. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I've always had a soft spot for ending songs, and they make me emotional. And theme songs too sometimes. Because another one of those songs that makes me cry just because of the way the song is written is 123 from the Pokemon anime. Soraru and Mafu Mafu did this song. 1, 2, 3, clap, clap. That song makes me cry too. There's just a number of songs that for some arbitrary reason it just makes me emo. It makes me tear up when I listen to it for some reason. I don't know if it's like the way the melody is written or if it's like a specific chord progression that they use, but yeah, these are two of those songs that just make me really emotional for some reason. I just listen to it and I just suddenly I'm like really good songs. Yeah, there's my final answer. It took me so many minutes to come to this, but there's my answer for your question. My favorite Love Live song is Kitto Seishun ga kikoeru. 笑顔ならいつの日も大丈夫 I don't know. I hear the song and I can suddenly in my head I can see Dean like shaking the maracas all goofy, and I just see them all standing at the piano, and I get emotional. I'm just like they're doing their best. They're working so hard, and it makes me want to work hard. It makes me want to work hard too. Yeah, this is one of those songs for me. Yeah, I can give you both of those as an answer. Both are acceptable. I think the biggest banger in all of Love Live is Aki no Anata no Sora Toku. And then the just my favorite song is Kitto Seishun ga kikoeru. Sky Journey, is that one for you? I think I get that. That's also got one of those just very like it makes you sentimental about the journey vibes. You know what I mean? I get that. I get that. I don't relate with this one, but I can definitely see where that's coming from. Like I could hear that and get into that headspace if I tried, I think. They have so many good songs. I need to get back into it. I've missed so much. I've been really curious about. I only realized after like a week that this was a Love Live character because I'm so out of the loop. I don't know anything after Aqua. I don't know any of the groups that have released since Aqua. Um, there's this girl that I'm kind of curious about who has a solo song that is about being like eco-friendly and reducing your carbon footprint. It's like no plastic, no carbon. Na 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 esikaru, no plastic, no methane. It's so cute and it's really sweet. It's just her singing about how she wants to like make the world a better place for kids and wants to do her part, even if it's just her by herself. And I learned really late that that was a Love Live girl. So now I'm like really curious about her whole group. Yeah, so cute. What is this song called? Little Green something. Little Green. I think it's the word for declaration, but I can't remember. Yeah, she's green. She's like the most green a green idol has ever been, right? Because green is a color that idols get sometimes, but in her case, she's not only green, she's got like a green initiative. She's talking about making the world carbon neutral, carbon negative even. It's really cute. Really cute. Really cute song. Really sweet voice. Yeah, I'm really curious about her. Yeah, Eco Green. Very cute song. No plastic, no carbon. Na, 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 na. No plastic, no methane. Little Green Inkai. Thank you. Yeah, that's what that's called. Ikizu Live. Is that what the group is called? Yeah, I'm curious about the whole group now just because that one song caught my attention. They just know how to get a song done. They know how to do it. Love Live, they got it. And I'm just out of the loop. I've missed so much stuff. I need to get back into it. I used to love it so much. Never give up. Yeah, very cute song. Ghetto demo. I looped it for like genuinely like 4 hours not too long ago while I was working on something. I can't remember what I was working on when I looped it, but it might have been. Oh, I know what it was, but I can't tell you yet. But if I remember, I'll tell you later what I was working on when I looped it. Who's my number one Oshi? I don't know if I have one. You could argue that it was Ellie because she was the one that caught my attention, but I liked her a roughly equal amount to Dean in the end. Though honestly, I can't even answer for Aqua. I got really into Aqua later on, and I really liked Mari and Yosuko. I liked them both in the same way. So I never really had a true like Kami Oshi for Love Live. I did not have one that stood above the rest. And so I don't know if I could give you a number one, unfortunately. It's a package deal. You have to accept them both. And honestly, because I loved Mari and Yosuko so much, it's difficult to just package them as a pair instead of just sharing Guilty Kiss as a trio. You know what I mean? It's like somebody's left out here. Often purchased together, do not separate. Mm. Yeah. I kind of miss getting into idol franchises in general. There's a lot I really wanted to get into, but I never took the time for. Excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, they come together. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just got a notification for something. Okay. Bless you. Oh, thank you. Oh, you carry me. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. Oh my gosh. I need to hit you with that more often. I absolutely terrorized one of my friends on one of my vacations with this. Honestly, the whole group of them. But one guy in particular could not stand it when I did that. Yeah, I gotta hit you with the. I gotta tell you something, but you gotta keep it a secret, okay? Smiles warmly. I love joking around with you guys. It's funny. It's okay. You can laugh. It's funny. You'd be terrorized too? Stop. You don't like it? Oh, you. You don't like that? Or do you just not like me? Well, spit it out. This guy stinks. Oh, like SpongeBob. I love that line. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Even is this guy? What if I just copy everything you say? Oh my god, that's not. Sorry, I don't treat you like a goddess. Why are you so good at it? Why'd you just become a meme soundboard? Hello? Well, one of my favorite lines. ISP, do your thing. Hey, that's uncalled for. Okay, I need to stop. I'm giving myself the ick. I'm creeping myself out. I can't do it anymore. That's enough. I got a full body chill with that one. Ugh. Like in anime where they get like the chill where you can like see the vibration go from the top of their head down their leg, like all the way down. That just happened to me. Like I. Mm. Okay, K. Maybe I should bring back recreationally timing people out. Nah, I'm just playing. Or am I? Eyeball emoji. No, I've said before, nicknames are okay. I just don't like certain ones. Do you want the full truth? Do you want the honest truth? I don't know. I just get I get an ick from K and Lix, and then the worst one of all is actually Lixie. I hate Lixie. Oh my gosh, that's not me at all. That is like the furthest thing from me in the world. Yeah, that's the honest truth. I just have to be open with you about this. I just have to tell you, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if you wish to call me K or Lix or Lixie, but I just got to be honest with you. I just don't like it. I just don't. That's not me. I don't know who that is. K Licks ice cream. That's okay for Luca to say. That's Luca's nickname for me. It's one of those things. I like to keep it to the person that came up with it. I like Debonair though. Did anyone call me Lixie? Oh yes. I've gotten Lixie a lot. I've gotten Lixie a lot. That one is like the crown jewel for like the worst for me though. And it's not for any good reason. And I understand that it's meant to be like a really sweet thing, so I don't resent it at all. But yeah, I see Lixie and I'm like, it's just not me. It's just not me. How do I feel about K-chan? I don't mind it when people call me that, but for me, in my mind, that's always been Sable's name for me. Because he was the first one to call me K-chan. And he made a point to ask me too if he could call me K-chan. And it was just a really sweet moment because before that, we didn't really know each other that well. So to me, it was kind of like a milestone. When it comes to nicknames, I've always kind of, I don't know, I like when people play on Debonair a bit more, I think. If it's going to come from Kaelix, I kind of just prefer for it to stay as Kaelix. You know what I mean? I just like Kaelix. I love my name. But Debonair Maru, I love it. I eat it up. I think Debonair Maru is the cutest thing in the world. That's me. Mm. Not Debbie. Yeah, I don't know about Debbie. Debbie's taken already. Debbie could be cute though, but yeah, no, that reminds me of somebody very powerful and very scary. Hmm. Debonair. Yeah, Debonair is a nickname that Shu Yamino gave to me during the By the Beat debut JP watch along. And it's caught on because I understand this is where I kind of I don't know. I almost feel bad that I feel this way about nicknames because I think in Japanese, Kaelix is kind of a difficult name to remember because it's very, I don't know, by Japanese standards, it's very unusual. So nicknames are almost necessary, to be honest. So that's one reason I'm very thankful for Debonair as a nickname that I like. That is also easy to remember. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I just think in a world of nicknames, Kaelix is special. Like just having your regular name. I just like it. I like when people call me Kaelix. I smile warmly when somebody uses my real name. It's special. I don't know. I'm surrounded by people that have to put a nickname on everything and gotta give a nickname to everyone. In that environment, I'm drawn to the true name personally. Smiles warmly. I love joking around with you guys. I've had that same standard with a lot of my friendships, honestly, especially like my online friendships. It's like a world of usernames and nicknames. I just like Calyx. It's just me. It's just me. Will you stop smiling warmly? Do you hate me? Yeah, I got a question for you. Do you hate me? Or if I pull this off, does this get louder? Do you hate me? I don't actually know where the microphone on this thing is. I just like it. Yeah, more than disliking any nicknames, it's just that I like my name so much. And I think it's a very rare treasure because I think a lot of people are just kind of like, yeah, my name's okay, I guess. And some people actively dislike their name. I think it's rare to meet people who like their name. So I'm very thankful to have a name that I feel suits me. My mother cooked. Leaning forward to talk. Oh, okay. Is that what it sounded like? I pulled the earbud out of my ear and I basically put it in my mouth. It was just shy of getting swallowed so that I could be as loud as possible. You're used to calling me Calyx. Yay! I love being called Calyx. Yes, 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 yes. Yay! I love it when you call me Calyx. Yes, 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 yes. いいか、いいか。Yes, yes, 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 yes. うん。デボネマルも OK けど。うん。デボネマルも好きです。What does my name mean? My mom had a couple guys with different names that she liked, so she named me after both of them, I think is the story. Yeah, I don't know if you know anybody that had a similar situation, but that was mine. Yeah, she just had a couple guys. She was like, I like their names so much. So I got them both. I think it works. Very uniquely me. Surely you've met somebody like this. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Why are you reacting? Is this weird? No, hold on. Hold on. This is totally normal. This is totally a thing. I mean, I'll yield that I've never seen my name on a soda can, but like this as a concept can't be that crazy. You've got 3 friends who've been named like that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I knew there was somebody out there. Like this cannot be the craziest thing in the world. Your name was a combination of your grandmother's names. See, like it just makes sense. And you get a very unique name that is just yours. How many Calyxes are there in the world? 2, because somebody named somebody after me. There might actually be more Calyxes out there, but yeah. Combo of men she liked. I don't think it's that she liked the men. She just liked their names. I may have said that wrong. Yeah, I've asked her before where it came from because I it didn't take me long after going to school to realize, given that basically every teacher would mispronounce it and the yearbook would always spell it wrong and everything like that. So I did ask her at one point, and she said that she just had a couple names from guys that she went to college with that she really liked. She was like, "Oh, I always just thought they had the prettiest names." Yeah, no, it was not. Okay, that would, yeah. I understand. I understand your reaction now. That would be kind of crazy. Imagine you fall in love and you have a child, and your wife who is bearing your child. I'm speaking from my dad's perspective. Imagine this. You fall in love, and your wife is pregnant with your first child, and you're like, what should we name him? And she says, well, there were these two guys in college that I was obsessed with. Yeah, I understand your line of thinking now. I get why you reacted like it was crazy. I just did a bad job explaining it. No, I think she just liked their names. She just thought they had nice names, so she used both of them. Yeah, no. I didn't explain that well enough. I used the wrong words. Uh, sometimes I skip words in my sentences if I'm not thinking hard enough. There's this guy I went to school with, and I just it's kind of offensive. Like, I don't know, like if you're gonna name it after somebody, name it after like your grandpa or your dad or something. You know what I mean? That's how that usually goes. You'll name your kid after an older relative or a godparent or like somebody really important. But if it's just like, yeah, there were these guys in college that I knew. Your second name is from an enemy of your mother? Oh my gosh. Wait, that's kind of. I'm grabbing my popcorn. That's kind of juicy. That's some like, I don't know, that's like haunting the narrative. It's like the enemy still has their claws in your life narrative. My mom has good taste in mixing names though. You think so? I appreciate that. I've been told that my name was weird before. But I really like it, so I don't care what anybody else thinks. Unless they like it, then I care. I care if you like it, but if you don't like my name, then I don't care. That's what I mean. Hmm. Yeah. Good and unique. I'm glad you think it's good. I don't know. I kind of resented it when I was younger, just because it caused me so much trouble and because people would never say it right or spell it right. But as I've grown, I've come to really appreciate it. Yeah, I think my mom cooked. I think she cooked. Don't have any variations of my name for different languages and cultures. Yeah, that's true. I remember when I took Spanish, in the class, you had like your regular name, but you also had a Spanish name. And for most people, they would actually just convert their name to the closest linguistic equivalent. For example, there was this one guy. I probably would it be a problem to say. I'll say a different one that wasn't actually in the class, but an example that explains this. Right? Say that there was this guy named Robert in my class. His Spanish name would have been Roberto. That's what he'd go by in class. You know what I mean? Uh, and I didn't have one. So she was just like, all right, Kaelix, you can just pick whatever you want. So I was like, I'll be Esteban. And I think it might have been because of the guy from Sweet Life, which I didn't actually watch, but I knew about him because of his famously long name. What was it? Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de la Rosa Ramirez. That's what it was, right? Did I remember it in the right order? It's been a while. But yeah, in my Spanish class, I was Esteban because I didn't have a very close equivalent, and I didn't. I just it was just like, all right, I can't think of a good one for you, so you can pick whatever you want. Esteban Debonair. Montoya. Yeah, Felix would have worked. Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. I got to pick for myself though, and that's just what I picked. And I remember anytime I had an assignment where I had to introduce myself, I would always do his full name. I just took his name completely, which is why I'm kind of able to remember it now. Montoya Rose. I almost said arroz. De arroz Yeah. I borrowed it, air quotes. I stole it. Like the Fae. I'll have your name. Can I have your name? Can I take it? It's mine. Arroz. Oh, you know what that sounds like? Arroz. Ah, my heart. Mm. It's kind of nostalgic. I miss learning. I miss studying like that. It was very fun. Any other languages I'd love to learn? I need to practice Japanese bad. Like I really need to practice it. I need to lock in on that. I'm vaguely interested in studying a little Korean, specifically because I think the writing system is really easy. So if I locked in, I could have an easy time learning how to write and read, at least phonetically, which is just rewarding. It's rewarding to succeed. And I have friends that speak Korean as well, so it could be fun. And I have people that I could like practice with if I wanted it. I'd like to go back to Spanish at some point, kind of regain what I once had that I've lost. Uh, I don't really have an interest in learning French, but I do have an interest in retraining French phonetics so that I can sing in French. So that I can read words out loud, even if I don't know what they mean. I'm interested in going back to that. And honestly, the same for German. There was a time when I studied classical German, like singing, but it's a little different. Uh, hmm, Singing in French, it would be nice. There are lots of French songs that I really love. And now that I'm back in my Genshin era, I say that in air quotes. I only play like 30 to an hour every day. I barely have time to do my dailies. Um, I've got that song running through my head half the time. How does it go? Ah, si je pouvais vivre dans le monde serait-il plus beau? Non, pardonnerais tout mon cher malheureux. It's a good one. La Vaglette. Thank you. I couldn't remember what it was called. C'est dancing. Really, really good song. Anytime I think of Genshin, that song ends up coming back into my mind, and then I'll just like be going through my house, like I'll do a load of dishes, and I open the dishwasher, and then I dramatically tilt my head to the upper right corner of my kitchen, and I go no. And then my mom will come through. She'll be like, "Kaelix, is everything okay?" And I say, "C'est notre histoire de vie." So silly. I love to just belt as I walk through my house. I'm the bane of my entire family. They cannot get a moment's quiet. Have I seen Aurora sing the Nod Cry song? Yes. I really love the part where she speaks, what's she saying? She's like, "Que lacrimose." Like for whom do you cry? So good. No, 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 no. I don't know that one as well, though. I've only heard it a few times. But I really want to speed run through Natlung because I'm really particularly curious about Nod Cry. The aesthetics really call to me, and I get a feeling that I'll really enjoy the writing. I just need the time to play. I don't have the time to play. I'm so busy. Ah! My current exploration party list. I can actually open the game right now. I'm gonna open the game and I'm gonna tell you who's in my party right now because I actually don't remember who I had last. But I can walk you through the characters that I have in general, at the very least. Okay, let me see. It's gonna take me a minute. I straight up just don't remember. Have I pulled for new characters? Yes and no. I pulled and succeeded. I got lucky. She's not a new character, but she has this like event thing. This was not a thing when I played, by the way. They have a thing in Genshin now where you can have like a. It's kind of like a regular banner, but it's different. You can pick one of like 6 characters and their weapons, I think. And I got Mitsuki recently. Yeah. So I'm very excited about that because her concept really calls to me. I'm really interested in it. Okay. That being said, like I said, I haven't gone through Natlan yet, and I think she needs an item from that or 2. But I did play through her character story. That's actually one of the first things I did when I got back into the game. I wanted to play through a character story and learn about somebody. So I played through her character story and I really, really loved it. I love her voice acting. I love her concept. It's just fun. And also, I just really like the Inatsuma characters in general. And on top of that, I really love Anemo characters. They're always my favorites. I love the Anemo characters. In fact, I feel like you're probably going to laugh when I tell you my current party. I've almost got the game booted up, by the way. Because I've always got at least 2 Anemo in my party, sometimes 3 or 4. But I don't have a team that is very like kind for mono Anemo. I think there are actually ways you can strategically make that work. I think Faruzan in particular makes that work, but I haven't leveled her. I have to look into that. Her character is really interesting too, if you've never read anything about her. The game is loading. As if for Sprint, it's just because these are the characters I like the most. That's the thing. I could technically play in a strategic way. I could probably form and level characters into teams that make sense and make the game really easy and give me really big numbers. Because I've gotten pretty lucky with my 50-50s in general, and I don't spend money on the game. So it's pretty significant that I've had such good luck. But I just level the characters that I like, and I play with the characters that I like. And if I struggle, then I struggle, and then I try again. And that's just how I like to play. Don't get the Faruzan hate. Do people hate her? She's so interesting. She has a really cool story. If you've ever read her story details, and the design is really cute. Do people hate her? Frowny face emoji. I'm frowning like Nikki right now. An obsession. Frowny face. Okay, party setup. Okay, my current team is actually more well-rounded than I expected. I have Fischl, and she's wearing her really fancy costume, which I think makes her look really cute. And Ayaka, and she's wearing her like Fontanian outfit. And I've got Bennett in slot number 3. And I have Kazuha in slot number 4. But shuffling in and out of my party, I also have the Wanderer, and Heizo is really high level and got really good stats. And Sucrose. And as you know, I've recently pulled Mitsuki. So I plan to level her and start using her soon. So it's just a lot of Anemo. Other than the Anemos, though, my Traveler is also level 90 with artifacts on, and he's also set to Anemo. I forgot about that. How did I name him? I named him Naoto. And in my mind, it's like the kanji for like an honest human. I just wanted him to have a name that had hito in it. Like any name with person. That's how I named him. Anyway, I've also got Yoimiya and Tignari and Xingqiu. Those are, I think, all the ones I have at level 90. I've got a number at 70 that I don't really use anymore, but I could go back and level them at some point, maybe. Yeah. Those are my characters. My next priority is Mizuki. I want to level her up a bunch because she's really fun. Yeah, that's how I get through the game. But my team, like I said, it almost always has 2 or more anemo characters. So it can be a challenge sometimes to play. But I enjoy it anyway. I have fun. Yeah. We have fun around here. If I would be a character, what would my vision and weapon be? I would be an anemo sword wielder. Just because my favorite my favorite element is anemo, and my favorite weapons are the swords. I like the swords the most. Does that actually suit me though? Do you think I'd be another one? I've been told before that somebody thought I'd be Geo, and I was like, really? I just really like the Anemo characters. They've got really interesting character stories. Because that's what I'm into the game for. I like reading. I just like to read. Oh yes, I love to read. Like Matilda, I love to read. Um, and it's a total coincidence, but my favorite character stories I've read have all been from the Anemo characters for some reason. They're just good, and they're always so juicy and like tragic. Mm. Geo because color, but personality wise, you don't think so? Really? I see. I see. I see. Oh, Pyro? That makes sense. I think the Pyro characters tend to, because there are actually some subtle commonalities that you can find in a lot of them. Not universal, not perfect, but the Pyro characters tend to be very passionate. And I like to think I'm passionate, so I could see Pyro. That could make sense. Hmm. I'd probably be from Fontaine with a name like mine. I do like Fontaine. I also like Mondstadt. I think Mondstadt is really nice. Hmm. Something I also like as far as commonalities go, one of the proposed trends across the cryo characters was that a lot of them have contradictions. Like an exorcist who never sees ghosts, or like a zombie who is a healer, or I'm trying to think of more cryo characters. There's this recent one. What's his name? Is it Lohan? Am I remembering his name correctly? He's like a Mondstadt guy, and he's like all creepy. He's a knight, but he deals in like espionage and torture and stuff, which is also a contradiction. It's like a defile of expectation. Like he's a knight of Favonius, which is very upstanding and bright and righteous, but he's also like behind closed doors. He's doing some shady stuff as his means to the end. And the same is true for, is her name Rosaria? I really liked her as well. She's a nun, but despite being a nun, she's like smoking cigarettes and doing a lot of the same stuff he's doing. What would the Debonair be? When you say the Debonair, do you mean you or do you mean the monkey? Because my answer is different. Because unfortunately, I know it's like a broken record and so obnoxious whenever I do this, but I see you and the monkey as 2 separate, distinct entities from each other. Boast. I see you. This is a really difficult thing to answer. Huh. I see you almost as, I don't think you'd have a vision. I think you'd be one of those really juicy NPCs that shows up in the story that doesn't have like a special design, but you get really obsessed and attached to them. Do you know what I'm talking about? There were a few of those in Inatsuma that I really liked. I think I'm not NPC zoning you. I'm. This is to me. This is actually a good answer. Yeah, Jet is a really good example of that. Jet from Sumidou, right? Or Teppei, yes, another really good one from Inazuma. I think you'd be one of those characters who, in some cases, are actually hinted at their existence in artifact lore and stuff. You'd be there for the people that care about the narrative and care about reading. So I hate you. No, as you may know, I care about the narrative and I care about reading. That's what I like. Yeah. Ooh, Aranara could be cute. As for the monkey, I actually don't think the monkey would be a vision wielder, obviously. I think the monkey would be like a familiar. The monkey could be my familiar. Kind of like how like certain characters summon little creatures with their vision powers. Like how Oz manifested or things like that. It'd be like my it'd be like my little creature, maybe. Yeah, like Golbat. Yeah, I think you would be one of those non-vision wielding but really significant figures. Mm. And I think maybe in your story you could actually obtain a vision. There was somebody in Sumiter that did that, and I thought it was really, really moving and sweet to witness that. Mainly because I think the main thing about my impression of you is that your potential is limitless. I think you could do or become anything, and so boxing you into something feels bad. It just doesn't work. Yes, Dana. Really, really cool moment. Yeah, so I have to NPC zone you, I'm afraid, because if I give you a vision, then you're boxed and your potential is decided. Did I win? Did I dig myself out of the hole, or did I dig deeper? Uh, nice save. Okay, I got it. I wondered if I could get myself out of that one. Oh, the rest of By the Beat. Ooh. Okay, I have to give an answer that isn't just their image color, because it would be so easy to just say Zeal Dendro, Sable Hydro, Frio Pyro. Okay, I'm thinking about it really critically. I'm thinking really critically. I'm thinking really critically. Hold on. I want to Google what those commonalities are again. Okay. Let's see. Passion, justice. Hmm. Yeah, I think Frio is Geo. Frio is either. It's hard because I think as far as the like, I could say so many different things about all of them, and they overlap and they contradict each other. Uh, it seems like the trend for Geo is that it's given to people that work hard to achieve their goals, and I think Frio is one of the hardest working people in the world. But I also just associate him with ice, so I kind of want to tell. I kind of want to like assign him to Cryo. That being said, the Cryo characters seem to, like I mentioned, I think a commonality that they tend to have is a contradiction of some kind. Aside from that, it seems that it goes to people who feel abandoned or insecure, and I think that doesn't describe him at all. I think he's one of the most secure people alive. He's so secure. He does not gaff. He does not give a freak about anything. He cannot be bothered. I just associate him with ice because his name is Frio. You know, Frio, like cold. I think Geo could work. Oh, but when I think of like attacks, if I assign him to Geo, I just don't see the vibe with his attacks. I feel like I can see him summoning a cloud of frost, but I can't see him building a wall in front of him. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to decide if I want to go by aesthetics or if I want to go by the writing commonalities. Because the writing commonality for Geo is that they're hardworking people. Like they work nonstop towards their goals, and I think Frio works very hard. I think his basically his like, to summarize him as a person is to say that he works towards his goals and doesn't give up. Hmm. Might be like Chiori. How do her attacks work? Because I know about her as a character, but I've never seen. Yeah, as far as the writing goes, I feel like Geo is the fit for him, just based on the writing. Yunjin is really elegant. Oh, now that I can see. That I can see for sure. Thinking about her attacks. Maybe Gio's the one for Frio then. Okay. Frio is a Geo sword wielder, and his signature weapon is like a. It's specifically designed to look like an estic or a rapier, like a stabbing point or like thin slashing sword. Okay, next. We'll say Zeal. Let's see. Thinking emoji. Thinking emoji. This is a difficult thing to do because for a lot of these, the description is like, this person suffered in their past in this specific way. But it's not my job to air out anybody else's laundry. Electro, do you think so? It seems like the electro visions go to people that are considered different or outcasts of some kind. You think he'd be Hydro? Hydra seems to go to people with a strong sense of justice. I feel like he's too chill. He's too chill. He doesn't gaff either. Thinking emoji. He's very passionate. Pyro could suit him. But aside from the writing, Electro is such a good aesthetic for him. What's the thing for Dendro? Sacrifice themselves for knowledge or are dreamers. Ooh, I would say Zeal's a dreamer. I think Zeal has very like distant, abstract ambitions, and he has the strength to realize them as part of his character to me. Like, I think Zeal is somebody who will set the most absurd, delusional goal ever, and then he actually makes it happen with his own hands. And that kind of suits the Dendro vibe. And it's green. That's not the important part, but it is green. Yeah, and he's very knowledgeable too. Zeal knows a lot of stuff. He's been through a lot and he's just learned a lot. So he's also very knowledgeable. He's got knowledge to share. Is Dendro the one? I think it suits him. I don't know. A lot of people read into Dendro as people that have suffered really badly and try to heal people for that. But aside from those specifics, I do think it suits him as the idea of somebody who is knowledgeable and somebody who has distant ambitions, like dreams. I think Zeal is absolutely a dreamer. That's how I would summarize him in part. Like if I were to reduce his personality to a list of bullet points, I would say one of them is that he is a dreamer who actualizes his dreams. Yeah. As for his weapon, that's what I'm thinking about. If he's a Dendro user, he could be thinking emoji. Do you think Catalyst? Interesting. See, I was thinking Claymore maybe. When it comes to RPG fantasy, I sometimes associate him with the heavier weapons. Just because he's very strong, but thinking about Catalyst kind of makes sense. I could imagine him having a catalyst that is like a glass container with a liquid in it. And he could be like a chemist or something, or like an alchemist. Could be cute. Ooh, you know what I think he'd be? He'd be like Hazo. Like he'd have a catalyst, but he would fight by punching. Like he'd use his fists and he would enhance them. Maybe. That could be really cool. That would suit him, I think. Yeah, and his catalyst would be like a glass container with a cork on top, and it would have like a liquid in it that he's made of some kind. Or maybe it's, I don't know. I think the weapons don't actually, even if they're like the signature weapon for somebody, it doesn't tend to be made by that person or associated with them that closely. It just like it matches them aesthetically and it matches their kit. Yeah, it's got some kind of special liquid inside, and you can see it moving when it floats around. Something like that. Care for a drink? Yeah, it'd be like that. So he'd be a dendro catalyst. All right, next. Sable is a tough one as well. They're also tough. I feel like I could make a strong case for any of these. I am partially drawn to Hydro specifically because I do feel that Sable has a very strong sense of justice and like right from wrong, and is really really good at conducting himself in a way that is fair to the whole world and to like everybody around him. Like I do think his sense of justice is very significant as part of who he is. He wants to make sure that everybody has what they deserve, I guess, and does what they're supposed to. Is my impression of him. It's hard to reduce him to that though. That's the challenge with this. I feel like I could easily assign several of these to each of them. I knew too much about these guys. This is too hard. I hate labels. I hate boxes. Everybody's too complicated. Oh yeah, Hydro is also blue. That makes me want to not do it. I want to give him something not blue. Otherwise, it looks like I didn't think about this at all. I do feel like if he was reduced to like a fictional character, he could maybe be one of those cryo characters who has a really interesting contradiction to them. Should I make them take a test for this? Yeah, I could see him being one of those cryo characters with a funky twist. But I don't know if there is a real twist to him in that sense. He's the promoter and he works really earnestly to promote everybody. He works very hard. He does a very good job. Lohan. Okay, now that's like the last thing I could do. He cannot be cryo now. I forgot about that. Yeah, people associated him with that guy, didn't they? I think he tweeted about that at some point. I saw that. hmm. Ooh, it seems like Hydro characters tend to also be a bit elegant and sophisticated. Maybe he could be Hydro. It feels like a very easy answer since Hydro is blue. I don't want to just assign people to the color, but it just suits him. It just suits him. It just suits him. I could also maybe no, Electro just doesn't make sense. I don't think he's an outcast at all. Aesthetically, I think Electro really suits him. Like I could absolutely see him fighting with electric moves and stuff, but I just don't see the writing working. And that's our metric so far is to go by the lore. But when I think of him with Hydro characters and I put him next to the Hydro characters that I can think of, I'm like, yeah, he fits in with these guys. I don't know. Electro are bold and can be quirky. Oh. I'm going through a few different resources because there's no official statement on what the commonalities are. They're just fan assessments and stuff. And a lot of them say that Electro goes to people that are different or socially outcast. Yeah, every single thing is fan based. So it's difficult to make a clear call. Electro does tend to be unpredictable. They can be a bit unpredictable. Is Lisa an outcast? No, but she is kind of quirky and different. Actually, she kind of is an outcast, thinking about her character lore, because she used to be, I don't know if this is a spoiler. Spoiler alert, because this isn't her character lore. She used to be a student at the academia, but she left because she didn't fit in among all the erudites that were studying just for the sake of studying. She wanted to use knowledge for something practical and important, and so she didn't fit in with that crowd at all, so she left. So she is actually kind of an outcast in her original crowd. And then you got like really obvious characters like Razor and Fischl, right? Like Razor is a social outcast in the truest sense of the word. He doesn't mingle with people at all in any traditional sense. Fischl is like a chunibyo. She's basically just playing her own little game. And it's the kind of thing that would make the average person cringe. Mm. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. こんばんは。こんばんは。来てくれてありがとう。嬉しい。Thinking emoji. You see Sable with Bennett? Sable is a very passionate person. And it does seem like Pyro just goes to the people that are passionate and I don't know, that just feel very strongly about something or that work really hard or like earnestly. They also do tend to be a bit quirky. Could he be Pyro maybe? But see, there's one where when I think of the writing, it makes sense, but when I think of him attacking, it doesn't make sense. This is such a difficult game. I can't justify it in my mind. I cannot imagine him. Well, hold on. He could be like Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and he could have blue fire. And that does suit him aesthetically, I think. But when I imagine him around regular red-orange flames, it just, aside from the color clash, because that's not what I'm thinking, it just aesthetically doesn't make as much sense, in my opinion. He's too clean. He's too elegant. He's got some class. He needs some class. It needs to be controlled. And that's one of the gaps I get kind of from the Pyro association. I think the Pyro characters, not across the board, but they tend to be a bit chaotic and uncontrolled, sometimes a bit messy. I think he's a very clean and orderly person. Very like intentional in his actions. Yeah, I think it has to be Hydro. And it's not because he's blue, I promise. It's not because he's blue. Because the Hydro characters have strong values or strong senses of justice, and they're typically clean, orderly, or controlled in a very elegant way. I think that suits him. Nicola's not chaotic. I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about her. So she does not suit my personal vision of what this vision means. Because I've never met her. I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about her. I don't even know this name. I'm going on my old Genshin knowledge. As for his weapon, if he's a Hydro Vision wielder, we've got a sword wielder and a catalyst. I feel like he would want a gun. He needs a weapon, of course, that is like traditional, but I think his moves would actually involve a gun. He's just got to have a gun. Ideally, like a longer range gun. He needs to have a gun. He just has to have one. You know, he's got to have one. But if he's gonna have a gun, I feel like he should have a regular weapon for close range that is different. So maybe polearm. Though I guess that's just Lohan, isn't it? He fights with a polearm, doesn't he? Mika does that too with like a crossbow, right? He has a polearm and then a crossbow that he pulls out. Yeah. Chevreau. Is that how that's pronounced? I've never heard that out loud. Yeah, it could be like that. Yeah, he wields a polearm, but he fights with a gun for his actual moves. Like he uses his skills. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I can agree with this, I think. There's still part of me that is tempted to call it back and assign him to Electro instead. Just because aesthetically it makes sense, but it doesn't really suit the character as much. Like the character associations that a lot of the Electro characters have in my mind. Like I think he's quirky, but not in those ways. And then I just like Anemo. I don't know if it actually suits me. Thinking emoji. I kind of want to just call it one and done and make it easy and just say that I'm a Nemo. I just like it. Hmm. That being said, I gave sword to Frio, and it's more satisfying if everybody's on something different. But I like a Nemo and sword in my mind. I could be Claymore maybe, but I like smaller swords. I do like bows. Yeah, I do like bow and arrow. I do love bow and arrow. I love archery and like Zelda games, so that could work. See me as Pyro. I think Pyro is the one that actually suits me. I just like a Nemo. Not a Claymore user. Oh, hold on. I could be a Claymore user if I wanted to be. I love swords. All right. That being said, I do prefer a quicker sword over a slower one. Mm. Feel very Pyro if we disregard the tragic part. Yeah, because the Nemo characters tend to have like a tragic loss. No comment. Wink. Yeah, you're not gonna get my full backstory. You gotta reach friendship level 6 to find out. Goofy, goofy. Yeah, I feel like it's got to be a Nemo or a Pyro. Claymores are heavy. I'm stronger than I look. I'm not all skin and bone. I got some muscles. I got some muscles. What nation do I like the most? I like my favorite to play through was Inatsuma, but I also really love playing through Fontaine. I also really love going through the deserts of Sumeru, and Mondstadt is very nostalgic. I like a little about all of them for the most part. For the ones that I've played, I haven't played through Notlan or anything after. Mm. I can use a claymore. I always imagined myself though. I always daydreamed about this. I always wanted to be like a sword wielder that has like a catalyst as part of the character animations, so that I could be like a red mage, like a sword wielder that uses magic. You know what I mean? Like he actually equips a sword, but when he has his animations, he's got his own little fake catalyst that he's using. Yeah. Maybe I could just also have a sword. I think it's okay. It's okay, right? Either sword or bow and arrow. I do like archery. I do like archery. It's really fun. What do I think my RP characters would be? Calvin is unambiguously a Nemo. Agreed. Yeah, it's easy. A Nemo catalyst. Uh, Kale can be pyro sword, I guess, or maybe pyro claymore. Kel can be. Kel can be. See, these are easier because these are like fake, not real people, so they're a lot easier for me to box in. I think Kel is either cryo or electro polearm. Kyle is actually no, I think Kel is cryo specifically rather than electro. Either cryo or dendro polearm. And then Kyle is thinking emoji. Another piece of a Nemo is that these characters tend to look for freedom in some way. So I think Kyle is a Nemo maybe as well, potentially. And it's hard to assign him to a weapon in this context. That guy uses guns if he has to. Never really used them though, actually. He didn't end up fighting much. Mm. He can be archer. And then Zolaic is electro catalyst. Yes, I agree. Electro catalyst. Boom. My two most fleshed out characters are a Nemo. I just think, listen, I just think that a character does not need to go through tragedy or loss in order to be interesting. In fact, I disagree with the idea that you have to make a character suffer in order to make them interesting. And a lot of the best characters in the world are actually very optimistic and happy throughout their entire existence. However, I think tragedy is just a very effective and useful medium for exploring a character's innermost struggles or ideals because it challenges them. It holds them against the against the grain, and you have to see what's left after it's been polished by whatever they're going through. It exposes them in a way that is just more vulnerable than you can otherwise observe. So that's why I like making my characters suffer. It's just effective. It's just very effective. Yeah. I want to do more role play. Oh, woe is me. No role play for Kaelix. Could you imagine? Yeah, that'd be really funny if Zalaic was in a game like Genshin and he pretended to have a vision forever and then he actually got one, but it was different than the one that he pretended to have. That'd be funny. He'd be like, as a vision wielder. uh, it actually happens that I have a special elemental sense. You see, at this very moment, I can observe, I can scry through the natural plane of vision, and I can see into your innermost essence. I can observe the elements at play within your very being. Just talking up a bunch of fluff and salad, just word salad. It's so goofy. I love Genshin Impact. And somebody's like, use your vision. And he's like, oh, well, it would be irresponsible were I to use something so dangerous and volatile in front of someone normal such as yourself, someone so vulnerable and innocent. Nay, I must abstain, but I surely would show you quite a terrifying display were I less careful. He'd hit them with something like that. He'd come up with every excuse in the book. Yeah, meanwhile, he's just got like a little glass ball at his waist. Yeah, spoiler warning. Spoiler alert. Fiorina moment. Fiorina moment. Okay, no more Genshin. No more Genshin. We talked about this for too long. I get so sucked in. I swear, we're on a roll with talking about horror movies and Genshin Impact. It's like in one of these phone calls, it's going to go one of two directions by the end of it. I don't know what it is. We just keep going there. It just keeps happening. It's a problem. It's a problem. We need to move on. We just need to move on. I love it though. Very dear to me. I love the writing in this silly little game. Star Rail? Maybe. I'm scared. I'm scared to take up long commitment new games. I've got so many already, and I can't play any of them. Ah! Did you know this call was supposed to be less than an hour? I was going to call you for like 45 minutes today. Ah, you're so dangerous. You were such a dangerous force in my life. Do you know that? You just suck me in. You just suck me in like a black hole. And I can't get out. That being said, I do got to get out. As much as I would have loved to talk about something other than scary movies and experiences and Genshin Impact, I must depart. I've got so much work to do today. I've got some errands to run in town again today. I've got some stuff to work on at home. I gotta kind of clean my room a little bit too. It's not particularly messy, but I could stand to tidy up some of the pages and cluttered stuff around my desk. And so much to do. So much to do. I'm due to exercise again as well. I've not done that yet today. So much to do. I gotta get out of here. I can't stick around, I'm afraid. But thank you for hanging out with me as always. I always appreciate your company very much. I'm thankful that even in the absence of streaming, that we are able to talk like this. So thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Yeah. No, I need to stop. I need to stop. Oh my goodness. Yeah, stay safe, etc. I hope you get some good rest. I hope you have some tasty food. Take care of yourself. You know the drill, right? Yeah. I trust that you will return to me in one piece. All right. The One Piece. I'm in a very silly mood today. I just can't stop singing. I can't stop singing. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta go. Goodbye. Till next time. I don't know when I'll see you again, but I'll try my best to make it sooner rather than later. As I mentioned, this is going to be a crazy busy week in more ways than one. But once it's over with, I'll catch you up to speed on everything. I almost had a hiccup, but it oh, that was so weird. The hiccup like sat at the top of my throat, but it didn't actually happen. I felt it, but it didn't activate, and now it's gone. That's so weird. Anyway, I'll catch you up to speed on everything I've been up to recently at some point. Sometime in the future, maybe. I can't even think about it right now. I'm so tired. All right. Till next time. Bye bye.